And good morning, everybody. This is a recording of the most recent CW passage that you will be doing in my absence, the death of a charioteer. Scorpus was auriga clarissimus. Scorpus was the most famous charioteer. Some of you may remember we have mentioned before that you have here this issimus ending, which we call the superlative. It means the most, or the ist. Scorpus was the most famous charioteer. Again and again he won in, followed by the ablative, place where he won in the Circus Maximus. The Roman men and the Roman women, laudabant, imperfect, were praising Scorpus magnopode greatly because Scorpus was the best. Optimus, another superlative adjective, was the greatest or the best charioteer. The Romans, or the Roman men and the Roman women, were loving. What about used to love? Used to love Scorpus magnopode very much because Scorpus was a handsome charioteer. Scorpus, when he certabat, when he was competing imperfect in another ablative in the Circus Maximus, semper, always heard the Romans, here's this new word, shouting. Now that is what we call a present participle. It's an ing word. Is it a verb? Yes. Is it an adjective? Yes. It is a verbal adjective. I shout, you shout, he shouts is a verb, but it is describing the Romans, which is a noun, so it is also an adjective. So he audivit, he Cyper, he always heard the Romans shouting. So when you see one of these present participles, then if you put ing at the end of the verb, then it will turn it into a present participle in English. Semper, he always heard the Romans laudantes, another present participle, praising. He always heard the Romans praising. Scorpus was happy because he was semper, always winning. Inquit Scorpus, it is easy, mihi, dative, 2 or 4. It is easy for me, Lachlan, vincere, to win. Olim, once Scorpus caught sight of the Romans, ferentes, bringing money. Once Scorpus caught sight of Romans bringing money, ferentes, present participle. Again, because it's an adjective, it's a verb that actually has a case. So Romans is accusative, so the word describing it as accusative. Once he caught sight of the Romans bringing money, then he caught sight of the Romans throwing money, jacentes, present participle, throwing money in motion towards, therefore accusative, into the arena. The Romans gave money, dative, to Scorpus because he was often winning. Iterum et iterum, again and again, the Romans gave money, the spectantes, present participle, the watching Romans. So here it is describing the Romans who are the subject, the nominative. So here the present participle is in the nominative. It's an ing word. So again and again, the Romans watching gave money, dative, giving something to, doing something for, gave money to Scorpus. Scorpus was, here's another superlative, very happy. Deitamen. However, the gods were envying Scorpus because the Romans used to love Scorpus greatly, because the Romans were loving Scorpus imperfect greatly. The gods puniverunt, punished, perfect tense, punished Scorpus competing, present participle, another ing word. In this case, it's accusative singular because Scorpus is accusative singular. So again, present participle. If we said the teacher entering the room saw the students, the present participle would be entering. It would be nominative because it describes the teacher. The teacher saw the students entering the room. The present participle would be entering, but would be accusative plural because it describes the students. Interfecerunt, they killed Scorpus competing. You could even say they killed Scorpus while competing. Present participle again, another ing word. Circling it, the Romans were sad. Scorpus is dead, they shouted, another perfect tense. The Romans were weeping, imperfect. Scorpus is the most famous, another superlative adjective, is the most famous charioteer, they said. But now the gods have, perfect tense in direct speech, but now the gods have punished Scorpus. Very well done, everyone. Look forward to seeing you soon.